see so much. We see so much crap. And it keeps getting worse. Now we have claims of that the pillars that were supposed to be vehicle proof are down. And you got this right here.
I wish I understood better why. I wish I understood better why bad things happen to good people. If I make it to heaven, I'm going to ask. For those people who don't believe in objective evil, all you have to do is look at what happened in our city early this morning. If this doesn't trigger the gag reflex of every American, every fair-minded American, I'll be very surprised.
It triggers more than that with me, Kennedy.
I'm here because these are my people. I'm here because these are my people's friends. I'm here because there are a lot of Louisianians that are scared tonight. I don't want them to be. There's a lot of information going around. Some of it is actually true. Some of it isn't. The federal government is now in charge of this investigation. By that, I mean the White House, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Department of Justice.
We know how far that investigation is.
I have not talked to the FBI. Maybe they've talked to my staff. I don't know. I did talk to the Secretary of Homeland Security a little while ago. And I told him that with all the respect I could muster, that we expect to put the full force and resources of the federal government behind this investigation. Our state troopers, our local police departments, our sheriffs, we've got many sheriffs here today, have been terrific so far. Federal government is cooperating with them. I hope that will continue. Here's what I want to ask from the federal government. Catch these people. Catch these people. And then tell the American people the truth. Now, I don't want you to tell us yet anything that's going to interfere with your investigation. And there are things that I've been told that I think are true that I'm not sharing with you today because it could interfere with their investigation. But after we get to the bottom of this, they need to tell the American people the truth, and the people of New Orleans the truth, and the people of America the truth. I think the mayor and the governor are very wise to postpone this ball game for 24 hours. There's just too much stuff we don't know, and it's just not worth it. But I guess my final point is, I will promise you this. I will, when it is appropriate and this investigation is complete, you will find out what happened and who was responsible.
Like 9/11, did we truly find out who was responsible?
Hell. And I will chase those in the federal government who are responsible for telling us what happened, like they stole Christmas.
Okay, I call bullcrap, and it's because I've witnessed too much of this grandstanding. And now there's a certain thing that happened that still bothers me. There was pillars that they designed to stop that kind of activity. They're called vehicle arresting barriers. Supposedly they were down for maintenance. I'm sorry. These clowns want us to believe that the one thing designed during a major event or holiday to protect the holiday goers was down for maintenance. Okay, again, not conspiracy, but a realist. Too many factors are playing here. And miraculously, the FBI was there quickly when they drugged their feet on the January 6th bullcrap and other things. Okay, it took them months to figure out the 9/11. It took them months to figure out a lot of the terrorist events. And they're still, the Butler, PA shooting is still not solved and not resolved. So don't tell me that these clowns actually are going to do any real investigating. It's like telling a bank robber to investigate his own bank robbery. See, that's the mentality that people fail to realize, is we're telling the criminals to investigate themselves. Not a single one in Washington right now can be trusted. Not a single one. Not the FBI, not the Homeland Security, not the NSA, not the Secret Service. None of it can be trusted, not even the CIA. Too many factors are not being put in here. One is the ISIS flag. Okay? The way the gun was in his hands. If he was shot to death like he was, that gun wouldn't have been laid like that on his chest. Talk about posing. Yeah. There's too much of that going on, guys. Get your head out of the sand. Start asking the questions that America wants to know. Start asking the questions that need to be known. Because y'all are being led down a rabbit hole that have no... And there it is right there. See, I told you. See? Too much going on that people are not asking. And they need to be asking. Because I'll tell you right now, if you're not asking it, you're part of the problem. If you're not questioning the narrative, then you're part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. America needs to take America back. If the government is not willing to stand up and admit their wrongdoing and their complacency and their complicity in any act, that is treason. Now, I'm not advocating for civil war and civil unrest. I'm telling you to start calling it out. Contact your senators. Contact your leaders. And put them on the stand and put them on notice that if you do not do your duty, you will be replaced. Then replace them. Do it by emergency vote if you have to. Force the country. Get people on board to sign a petition to remove somebody from Congress. You have that right. And it is your duty to start pushing these thieves, these liars, these crooks out of office. Because it's going to get worse before it gets better. And America is on the brink of total collapse. And they're going to do everything they can before the 29th to collapse this country. And they're already starting. I mean, there was a Cybertruck exploded in New York. Bombs found in West Virginia in a vest, supposedly. Then you have this whole crazed gunman theory going on about Louisiana. Now, I could sit here all day and waste time and tell you what I know, but I'll tell you, it's been happening for years, for decades, and people just let it keep happening. And through complacency, they surrendered their guns. They surrender their sovereignty. They surrender their civil liberties that are inalienable. Because they don't question it. They don't question the narrative. There's a bigger agenda coming up. We ain't even begun to scratch the surface. Just be prepared and watch. I'm out.